Right. Yeah, we could either... I mean, there's lots of things to do. We could either head back to Dresden and talk with our companions. We could go back to the Court of Dreams. I also don't know, like, we have a time limit? I know that the Free Crusaders are gathering over the course of 1 week. I'm not really sure if it's like a hard limit, but I think we'll find out. But since we are already a bit to the east, to the west, I'm not very good at orienting myself. I would say we begin by heading to Blackwater. Maybe let's see if something happened with the Crusade. Some reforms. Grounded Avengers. A group of mongrels has arrived in Dresden, is itching for a fight. Lann worries that the belligerent recruits might ignore their orders in battle, lose their heads, and then lose their lives. Okay, there would be two specific options if you would play either an angel or a demon, which we don't do. So we can just either position them in the front ranks or rein them in and position them in the rear. Just from a roleplay kind of point of view, I would position them in the rear so they don't get like killed firsthand. So let's do that. In a battle, the hot-headed and the reckless are the first to die. The mongrels were ordered to stand behind the formation so as not to be agitated and spurred into rash action by their close proximity to the enemy. And now we got some more sharpshooters. Widening the streets. And yeah, kind of sad that you can't like cancel a decree, at least as far as I know. Because I mean, we don't want to push further Xanti's experiments. But I think it will just remain there forever. Anyway, let's go to Blackwater. Got to say, I almost completely forgot what's actually happening in Blackwater. Where is it? So many quests. I really gotta say, it's an insane amount of quests. Especially with just streaming it weekly, sometimes I'm like, what was this quest? Anyway. Those are the companion quests, yes. There we have still open. Wait to see how things unfold, it's always nice. Waiting is something I can do. Talking with Arueshalae and visiting the jewelry shop of Master Sunhammer with Seelah, I think. Yeah. So, where is the Blackwater quest? We also have the Dragon Burial Ground we want to visit for the archaeologist. Midnight Fane is our main quest. The Last Gift of a Brilliant Mind. I will just read it so you are reminded too, if you are as forgetful as I am. A Kellid by the name of Velk has pointed the commander toward a possible location where a settlement of the Blackwater clan once stood. Records show that these Sarkorians were working on some sort of ultimate weapon capable of defeating Worldwound. They did not get the chance to finish their project, but some of their progress may have survived. That sounds pretty cool. Good idea to go there. Okay, we do some more crusade management. Where was the moving demon army? I think it's that one. Yeah, I think she was already on the way to fight them. Does it just feel like that, or are the armies moving slower? Maybe it's just me. Okay. Ice ball, ice ball. It's more like a grenade which is thrown. But anyway, not gonna complain. You mongrel sharpshooters? Ah, you are. Didn't even flinch from the impact. Did you see that? Like, anyway, I think that was easy enough. Do you think Regill smiles often? Like, at all? I don't think so. Okay, let's just explore more with this army. So can't even go left. Try to reach this fortress. Question is how. Alright. Yeah, maybe let's rest before we visit Blackwater, and let's hope we don't reach the Abyss of Corruption. But we have plus 24 with a DC of 15. That should work out.
I don't get you, mongrels. Why sit underground waiting and waiting when you can just go outside and get it over with?
Get it
The
over
world
with.
just isn't ready for our kind of beauty yet. I'm the first emissary of the people who are gonna make the Aasimars look positively homely.
On the cusp of the Abyss, the time has come. Yeah, I don't know if there are any negative consequences if we wait. So let's try, I guess. What's the worst that could happen? Interesting. Very technological. And as in greeting, the doors open. Bit of Warhammer vibes. Your defeat is certain. You will be overpowered. Lay down your weapons and your lives will be spared. Resistance is futile. You cannot prevail. Capitulate. Nice, some Star Trek warp references. Surrender. Voluntary modernization is less painful than the speed of my reading. Than the alternative. Ah, come on, which level are you?
Over there.
Ouch. That hurt. Let's try to disable it as fast as possible. See if we can disable this one as well. There are others walking around, but they don't really seem to notice us or react in any way. Yeah, it really feels like a trap. The ancient retreat of Blackwater clan was never abandoned. It is defended by dangerous guards who set a trap in anticipation of the commander's arrival. He must now find his way to the heart of the settlement to find whoever lured the crusade here. Nice. Augmented worker.
Here comes
Since they don't seem hostile, not kill them. For the time being, at least. Hear my music and die.
Can we retreat already?
Literally music to die for.
You are lacking.
Okay. Ouch. Ability damage -4 and -8.
The goddess protects us.
Let's just try to restore a little bit of that. Where's restoration? Restoration. Go, Walter. See? Heals. Oh, nice. Everything. And let's heal up a little. I expect them to do a little less damage, but... well, maybe that'd be augmentation. The bad thing about switching between playing or streaming Baldur's Gate and Pathfinder is that you use different buttons for showing all the interactable objects and items and stuff. So when I press the Alt key here, it just does that with the camera. It gets all wonky. Threaten the pass key to unlock the gateway. I don't have one. Why can't I unlock it? What are my lockpicking tools? Unlock this one? Nope. For that I just need a special tool. Such a strong lock. Why don't you use that for all doors if there's something which makes them immune to lockpicking? But I mean, I guess they are quite heavy. Here? Such dark vibes. And especially with these augmented guys, it really has some Warhammer cyberpunky flair. Really excited for the Warhammer game. Okay, so you have minus 1000 HP of 140. So you have some kind of regeneration, I think. Gosh, so many things. So much reading. Effects and conditions. Wildering injury, our flank. Don't you die? Why are you not dying? Mutagen, clarity, strength, constitution. I think those are just improvements. Don't see anything about regeneration. Reserve organs. Critical spot. Weird. You just have to deal like an insane amount of excess damage.
We can rest after this fight.
Hi. Why didn't they intervene when I was fighting him?
Is this a mock fight?
Go. Whoa, did you see that? I think they just have like no, there's a trick to kill them more quickly. But I mean, it's working out. Anyway. You just need brute force and time. I wonder what exactly they are working on here, especially if they are not on the side of the Crusade. Some missile experiments? It appears the humming machine filling the air around it with electricity is powering the surrounding mechanisms. Can't I destroy it? I mean, I don't really want them to be powered up, do I? It's surprising, but these vast machines perform tasks with the same delicacy as a silversmith, refurbishing and repairing damaged components for the machine people. I mean, with the door controls, I can open all the other doors.
All right.
I know that's a very smart conclusion. The note reads, percentage of successful implementations increased to 47. For the purposes of improving this result further, the complete removal of the temporal lobes will be implemented in future procedures. Access to maintenance cells granted. Okay. Maintenance cells, so probably where the workers are capped. We know if there's anyone working here on their own accord. I wouldn't. But I don't know. Excuse me. Open store, close the store. Open store, close the store. Why? Anyway. Okay, so here we have just some workers. They don't really seem to react in any way. Can I open that door? I don't want to kill them, especially if I don't have to. Okay, so let's move ahead. Use magic device. Doesn't really seem magic. Never seen such an unusual mechanism. It's unlike anything you've ever dealt with before. Was that a fail? Yes. Why did Ivu do the check? Why does Ivu has a plus 20? What? Anyway, my small magical dragon fucked up using a machine. How surprising.
Close ranks.
Yeah, so far it just feels like we're just pushing our way through, killing everyone on our way. The alignment people are just neutral, but you're still attacking me.
Is this a mock fight?
I wonder why. They're still staying alive.
Did you see that?
All those workers are just minding their own business. Interesting. You're killing my superiors? Yeah. Usual Tuesday. Excuse me, can you please die?
You are nothing before me.
What's keeping you alive? Toughness? No. That's just more HP. Stabilization. Look at that. But I mean, so far they always died at some point, didn't they? What's the problem? But they're immune to magic missiles.
I didn't know I had it in me.
But I don't see anything that would prevent them from dying. Like no regeneration. I think maybe I will look it up. Oh, I'll just wait. Yes. Because it also doesn't say like anything like you overcome some resistance or you dealt some specific damage or anything. Ah, but they do heal. Source cyborgization. Ah, he's still alive. One of the enemies you defeated is still alive. Despite the gravity of his wounds. Yeah, I mean he's like minus 7,000 HP. He keeps trying to stand up, though to no avail. You now have a chance to inspect him more closely. His body is covered in clan tattoos, and looks as if the top of the head was struck clean off by a mighty blow. A strange, barbed object, resembling a crown or circlet, adorns the warrior's forehead. Long, thin spikes project from the circlet into the gaping wound, piercing straight into his exposed brain. It really has Warhammer flair. Let's examine the wounded warrior. Close examination reveals a truly gruesome sight. It's clear the warrior's head has been mutilated deliberately and with surgical precision. The top of his skull has been sawed off, and numerous thin metal spikes have been sunk deep into his exposed brain. Yay, human experiments and probably manipulation. But I mean, why? To use like people as machines to produce something? And then the question would be like, what are they producing? Was it more like human cyborg weapons? But then again, against whom? And why against us? Every now and then, one of the circlet spikes begins to glow slightly, and a flash of lightning runs along its length, causing the body to make another convulsive attempt of standing up. Judging by the appearance of the other guards in the place, they all have been subjected to the same monstrous procedure. I don't know if I want to help them, but it could be a chance to find out more. Logan tries to help the wounded warrior. Soon as you lay your hand on the warrior, a monstrous, abnormally high-pitched howl bursts from his mouth. It's unclear how his vocal cords can even produce this horrible sound. The soldier's body revolts with a spasm, and the circlet on his head begins to glow. Warrior, can you hear me? The wounded Sarkorian ignores your words, single-mindedly focused on his attempts to stand up. He seems not to notice you at all. For Ulbrig to notice all of that, like one of the last Sarkorian people to be subjected to that. I guess that's a stupid idea, but I'm all in for the stupid ideas. So Logan goes in and touches the strange contraception on the Sarkorian's head. As you touch the sinister-looking circlet on the wounded warrior's head, one of the metal spikes embedded in his brain breaks off with a twang. It seems it was damaged in battle, and your movement destroyed it completely. The Sarkorian instantly freezes. His lips grow pale, whispering, "Master, I can't hear you anymore. Mark me, Master." "Who are you?" The wounded warrior turns his face toward you, but his eyes seem to be looking through you. "Master, I hear you once more. Mark me. I am the first line of defense. I am the keeper of this mission. I am a function materialized, a command executed." "Who exactly gave the order to attack me?" "You did, Master." "Ah, he thinks we are his master." "Ooh, so we can input commands." "You issued the command. You assigned the function. I've not executed it, but I will." "What exactly is your name?" "A name is a lie. A name is unnecessary. Function is all that is needed. A command is needed." I don't know if you guys know Star Trek. I really love it, especially Star Trek Voyager. And it has lots of Borg vibes, like with collective, with getting like orders from a kind of hive mind, I guess. At least seems like that. It's very cool. Very dark, but very cool. Let's finish the interrogation. As you let go of the circlet, the Sarkorian immediately loses interest in you. I think it is a mercy to kill him, so Logan decides to finish him off. The warrior accepts your blow with silent indifference. It seems as if his own death was not an important enough event for him to take notice of it. So I wonder, is there a hive mind controlling all of them? Or is it like actually like a person doing that? The dead person's wounds were carefully bandaged, but the injuries were too extensive and led to their death. The dead crusader on the bed was seriously wounded, bleeding where they lay, as evidenced by the dark and pungent-smelling sheets. The sight of the thick straps that were used to bind helpless and wounded people to the beds. I guess probably they took all wounded people, or abducted even unwounded people, and yeah, experimented on them. It looks like this corpse has been lying here on this bed, slowly becoming mummified, for several months at least. And I think there we can cure some of our corruption. Aww. What at least reminds me a bit of Borg and Hive Mind is that those workers are not noticing us at all, so it seems like it's just not their function to do that. Logan so slow.
Got this one.
Increase speed. The sinister-looking instruments on the table appear to be used to open the skulls of unfortunate victims and attach their horrifying barbed circles to the brain. Not so nice. Bad. Everywhere is blood. Mented salamander overseer. Or is it them? Salamanders? No, they also don't seem to attack us. Blood-stained armor belonging to the Crusaders and Demons lie in a pile, waiting to be melted down. You. Wonder if I try to take something. That's just normal weapons. But I do wonder if I would take something, if they would attack me.
Might be trap, might be
Maybe there's something more interesting here. No. At least they seem to be following us. Everything is so dark. There you go. There's the door. Okay, here we can climb up. Maybe let's do that. Anything interesting? Numerian Ball. A hefty contraception that can be easily identified as Numerian by its appearance. The case features a large red button and a series of warning symbols such as crosses, skulls, and fire. These signifiers indicate a universal obvious meaning to all observers, regardless of their language, that this item is a powerful bomb.
You can handle them.
Ah, now they attack us. Pro violation eliminate. Music running out.
Getting my ass kicked.
Oh, and they actually seem to be quite powerful. No, Ivo, don't die. Okay.
You won't survive me.
Use everything we got. I mean, not everything, but at least some more things.
Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
Okay, now let's have a look at the cyborg thingy. Fire, spell resistance, adamantine. It's just like a bonus. It doesn't say anything about not dying or regenerating. Maybe I'm just blind. Or the game is bugged. Or maybe both. Anyway. Okay, the question is, can we do something with the bomb? I don't think there's any...
I can handle it.
Get there anyhow? Here? We open this one? Ah, here we are at the entrance again.